Hello! Hi friends, happy March, happy end of seasonal depression to all who celebrate. Today we're going to talk about my toxic trait, which is that half a dozen years ago, I used to live tweet cable news. It was an audition, more or less. At the start of my short-lived career in politics, I wanted people to know that I could have clever, poignant, helpful, or clarifying responses to presidential debates and Trump executive actions, the kind that might land me a job being clever and helpful and clarifying. Which it did. For a short time, I liked posting on social media as an official voice of authority for my employers, that I might be someone who people looked to in times of confusion or tension to understand how they should think and feel. It only took me about a year of having that power to grow disgusted with it. So there's this thing that I was told by an old boss, was that we wanted to maximize engagement by triggering strong emotions. And we would measure these emotions using a sentiment engine, some bullshit software that some VC firm paid some startup way too much money to make. But it would make glorified word clouds of things like comments and quote tweets and replies, and then it would assign emotion to those words, like excitement or fear or outrage, and then rank how intense that emotion was. If you guessed that outrage produced the most intense emotions, congratulations. You've been on the internet for at least 5 minutes in the past 7 years. Outrage was what produced the most shares, the most interaction, the most followers. So outrage became my job. That's gross, right? You'd be trying to find something to say about a horde of white supremacists carrying pitchforks and torches, and then turn around and be like, well, this produced a 30% increase in email signups. And then I'd come into the rage pit I created and be like, here's some light in the darkness. Here's some clarity in chaos. Here's a nice infographic to share to channel your emotion into action. Rile them up, cool them off, repeat. It made no sense. It divorced me from being able to have my own feelings and humanity. I gave up my career to escape it. And then I gave up the career that I escaped to escape it even harder. I went shit post only on my remaining social media. And is that a healthy reaction? Of course not. Look at me. I know I'm not well. There's this other reaction, though, that I've been seeing against the wall of outrage that I don't love either, which is that everyone decided to do my shitty old career for free. I get the urge to want to act when you're upset. I understand the desire to want to be useful when you feel powerless, and to try to make sense of the chaos that I know a lot of people are spending time and money to create. It's like sticking our heads out of the window to see why there are sirens coming down the street turned into also having to shout through a megaphone, hey guys, you see this ambulance? Here's why we should be worried, and here's why I uniquely know. Explained for your convenience next to a terracotta-colored blobby shape, like it's an ad for a direct-to-consumer adaptogen powder. But there is a difference between wanting to help and wanting to be seen as helpful, as if by sharing an infographic or making a statement about a developing event that we don't totally understand, we will have receipts that we are good people. And you can't just keep shit posting as if nothing's going on either. Nobody wants to be the Applebee's commercial in the middle of the live war coverage, right? There is a difference between looking good and doing good. And I know because I've been on the wrong side of it innumerable times. My job was to always seem like an authoritative voice, even if I had nothing useful to add. And I understand now that in trying to be quick to simplify something down or to make some kind of quip that could be quote tweeted into infinity, all I did was make the helplessness and confusion worse. We don't want to turn away. We don't want to check out. We genuinely want to care about people, right? We want to align ourselves politically with caring. All admirable things. But in that process, I worry that we've all just turned into employees for the PR agency of the apocalypse, feeling obligated to make official statements about our positions on every disaster. And I just want us to try to tease that apart a little from the real work of caring. Not making a public statement does not mean not having to care. Like, I want to be clear that your attention is still important and you are still free and encouraged to read and learn and donate and volunteer where you can. You just don't have to give a book report at the end of it. You don't then have to package it and make sense of it. Sometimes it doesn't make any fucking sense. Do you have any ideas for how we can process feelings of outrage and chaos in a way that's more healthy or helpful? Please share in comments. This video is brought to you, as always, by the fine folks at the Radish Collective. You can join them at patreon.com/ItsRadishTime. I will see you soon. Bye.